Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to my channel update stream. We just wrapped up the gaming portion of my channel update stream for 2026, and we are now getting ready to go into the next portion of our channel plan beyond video games. But before we do that, I can give you guys a very quick and brief run through / update of what we discussed in the last video concerning games, and it's going to give you guys a very brief understanding of what we got planned on for the next year of 2026 when it comes to our channel gaming plan. So currently on YouTube we are at 120 subscribers. Our goal by the end of the year is to get 130 subscribers. Our current standing on Twitch is at 468 followers. And our goal is to get to 500 followers by the end of the year 2026, okay? In terms of Nintendo Switch games, we are going to start playing, I'm going to play Billion Road with my brothers off stream, and I'll show you guys what I feel like playing it on stream. I'm going to play Animal Crossing New Horizons daily until we 100% all my Nook Mile quests, until I completely decorate my island, until we play Happy Home Paradise and the new updates on stream. And then I'm going to play until I show you guys my final island tour at the completing my island and fully decorating it, okay? So then we're going to bring back Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We're going to start playing it bi-weekly. So every other week we will be playing it, just to kind of get back into it. After 100%ing Breath of the Wild, I think I am ready to play Tears of the Kingdom. I had to give it a little bit of a break because I couldn't jump right into it, but I am excited to give this one a shot, and hopefully we can 100% every shrine and side quest, and hopefully we can find at least 420 Korok seeds. Next up, we are going to start playing Classic Heroes 1 and 2 at least once a month. I still like this game. This is going to be one of the games from last year we will be bringing back into this year. I do enjoy this game. I want to play at least once a month, just on the weekends, just kind of see how we feel about it, and to try to, like, continue getting my students stronger and clearing out the dungeons, and, just seeing where we go, okay? I like the game, so I'm going to continue playing it. Next up, we have a new game we're going to start playing called One Step from Eden. We're going to start playing that on Mondays, so I'm very excited for that. I hope you guys are too. I don't know much about it, but I think it is kind of like Mega Man Battle Network. So I hope you guys look forward to that, because I am, and I hope you guys look forward to watching me play that. Next up on Tuesdays, we are bringing back Tower of Fantasy. We are going to continue our journey of 100%ing every map in Tower of Fantasy. We are going to begin the Domain 9 saga of Tower of Fantasy, so I hope you look forward to that. Coming back real soon. Also, Arknights Enfield dropped recently, so that's out now. We're going to play that as well as Tower of Fantasy. We're going to play those games kind of bi-weekly, on and off, switching back and forth. I'm going to play Tower of Fantasy first, because that's my game, and that is technically my first baby. So I have to play that game before I give Arknights Enfield all my time and attention, okay? But it is out now, and I am going to play it, okay? On Wednesdays, we are going to bring back Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm going to complete World of Light on stream, and then I'm going to begin doing casual and competitive arenas in Smash Ultimate. So hopefully we can kind of get back our Smash Ultimate audience again, and see what we can do in that department. I'm also going to bring back Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm still going casual in this game. I already hit Grandmaster in ranked mode, so I don't need to really play ranked anymore. I'm just going to play it casually, and it's going to be nice fun and not super sweaty. On Thursdays, I am going to try my best to bring back Triple Threat Thursdays. We are going to bring back Hades, because Hades 2 is out, and I want to play it. However, I need to play Hades 1 more. I got pretty decent into the story, but I got to complete more stuff and try to collect more treasures and stories, so hopefully we can do that. And then we're going to, hopefully we do a run in Hades, we're going to start a new game called Transistor, which is also a roguelike game. hopefully I enjoy that. We're going to play that game a few times this year, and hopefully I enjoy it, and hopefully we can continue playing it a decent amount of times, okay? As we bring back Triple Threat Thursdays. And as we do that, it won't be a Triple Threat without a third game, so the third game will be between Slay the Spire, Dicey Dungeons, or Dead Cells. I want to get back into these games. I need to research Slay the Spire, because that game has been updated, and I need to get better at it, so I need to research the game and strategies in order to get better at Slay the Spire. In terms of Dicey Dungeons, I do want to get back into this game. So very excited to play that. And then Dead Cells, I still haven't beaten Dead Cells, so I really want to beat Dead Cells. So hopefully one day we will do that. And if I can beat Dead Cells while completing a Triple Threat challenge on top of it, then I will complete Dead Cells and throw it in the shelf and never have to play it again. But until we do that, then it's still kind of haunting me in the background. Next up on Fridays, we are going to play Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. We are currently on Chapter 6, which is the train chapter. So I'm going to play that game on Fridays until we beat it. Just one session per Friday, plus the side quests. This course is a BP only run. If you guys do not know that, it's a BP only run for Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door, where I'm prioritizing Super Guarding because the game is super easy. So I'm trying to get my Super Guard timing down for all the monsters and stuff. So it's a little bit added challenge there. So yeah, Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door on Fridays. We are currently in Chapter 6, so I'm going to try to beat that game really soon so that we can play other games. Including, but not limited to, Disgaea 1 Complete. Hopefully we can play this game really soon after we beat Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door on Fridays. I'm really excited to play Disgaea 1. I heard nothing but good things about this game and franchise, so I'm very excited to play Disgaea 1. So hopefully you guys join me to play Disgaea 1. I talked to my mod this weekend, and he told me he wanted me to play Farmasia. On Instagram, I posted pictures of all my gaming setups, all my gaming collectibles, and I showed off some swag, and I have Farmasia Day 1 edition untouched in the box, still waiting to be played. And my mod said, hey, you should play that game and tell me what you think about it. And I said, okay, bet, I'll play it. So after I beat Thousand Year Door, I'm gonna start playing Farmasia. So look forward to that. All you Hiro Mashima fans of Brave Master and Fairy Tail, I'm very excited to play this game. So look out for Farmasia. On Saturdays, after we beat all these games, obviously these are a lot of games to start playing on the channel, and they're all going to take me a long time to play and beat. But eventually when I do beat them, I am going to start playing Brigadine, Legends of Runecia, Unicorn Overlord, and Triangle Strategy. I just have to beat a few of these games up here, okay? These games are hot and ready, queued up on my list to play very soon, because I very much want to play them. But I gotta beat a few other games before I do that, okay? So just watch out for these games that I'm getting through and beating, alright? Because you know me, I'm a content machine, so I'm just like, I'm making content and I'm playing these games, okay? So just pay attention to how fast I beat these games, okay, guys? I'm gonna try to get consistent with my content, okay? So when I'm not playing my Nintendo Switch games, I may or may switch off a week or a month where I play just Steam and Google Play games. So when I do that, the games I will be playing will be Monster Never Cry. I know you guys seen me play this game on stream before, so I want to get back into this game. I gotta log on to the right server, because the game keeps kicking me out of my server and making me try to restart my file, but I'm not doing that, so I need to log on to the server that has my characters on it, so I can play this game again. So I want to do that, and then after that I want to play Brown Dust 2, which I'm very excited to continue playing, because I do like this game a lot. It has gotten me a lot of attention on my channel lately, so I want to continue playing Brown Dust 2. I feel like people want to see Brown Dust 2 on my channel. Next, I want to get back into Mecha Break. I want to play more Mecha Break. It's been a while, but I do like the game, so I do want to play it. Next up is Marvel Rivals. This game has been updated up to the wazoo lately, so I want to get back into it and hopefully continue to do good. I have been playing lately. I played it recently, you know, just kind of, you know, maintain my skills, but I just gotta play and get more active, you know, in the community. So that's what I plan on doing with Marvel Rivals. Next up is Blue Archive. I plan on playing Blue Archive heavily very soon. I love this game and I want to play it more for sure. So these are gonna be the computer games that we're kind of playing on the channel. Monster Never Cry, Brown Dust 2, Mecha Break, Marvel Rivals, and Brown Dust 2, or Blue Archive rather. You know, a lot of B's and M's I'm noticing here. You know, so I'm very excited for all these. If I could write these, if I could put these in some kind of priority list, I'll do honestly Monster Never Cry, then Mecha Break, just so I can kind of play those games because it's been a while, and then get them out the way. And then after that, High-Key, Brown Dust 2, Blue Archive, and then Rivals. Yeah, because Brown Dust 2 doesn't take me a long time to play. Blue Archive does, and then Rivals, obviously, when I play Rivals, I'm gonna deep dive into Rivals, guys. So just watch out for all those games, okay? And then down here we have games that we're looking forward to this year. Azure Familia, Nevertest Evidence is coming out really soon, and Mythotopia is hopefully coming soon as well. So these are the games that we're playing on the computer this year, okay? There are other games that I've looked at. I gotta go and update you guys on when it comes to gacha games and stuff. I'm playing Chaos Zero Nightmare on my phone. I can't really show you that right now, but I'm gonna start playing Chaos Zero Nightmare, okay? So that's the game I'm playing as well. So I'm gonna try to show you guys, you know, love in that department as well. So check out all the other gacha games, okay? And now that's our gaming segment, okay? I don't want to stick there much longer. It's time for us to move on to the next department, okay? And that's gonna be books and manga reviews, okay? Now let's find us a new song to listen to, since we just did Wii Fit Trainer. Let's see. Alright, let's listen to Kingdom Hearts. Alright. Let me take a sip of water real quick before we get into it, because we're going on to the next kind of subject of our channel. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the books and manga review section of our channel now. We are a gaming channel 100%, but we're also getting into books and manga this year as well. As you guys know, I have been collecting a fuck ton of manga over the last year. There's a Barnes & Nobles in the town I work in, so I've been hanging out at Barnes & Nobles like endlessly, and just collecting manga, and I want to share that with you guys in the near future. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to start reading and writing real soon. Well, honestly, I have been writing a lot, but I need to start reading, okay? They say you can't be an author can't be a good writer if he doesn't read. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna start reading real soon, so that hopefully my writing can evolve. I think my writing is pretty good, and I'll show you guys in a little bit how we're looking at department, truthfully. But right now I'm just kind of I'm focusing on a lot of stuff. As you guys see, I'm playing a lot of video games because I'm trying to play these games. And I spent the winter, I took a break not streaming and playing video games just so I can work on some writing and stuff. And I did that so that I can kind of show you guys that I really mean it what I say and stuff. So when it comes to writing, I'll show you that one in a second. But for books and stuff, we're like 100% all in on books and manga. I still have all these books right here to discuss and talk about with you guys, but high-key I got a ton of manga that I want to talk to you guys about as well. So, and I have it all written down on my cell phone, the manga I have. So let's see, these are books, right? Apple Blacks, Bando Sando. Okay, I think what I want to do real quick is first of all, I'm gonna start doing manga collection hauls again. Manga hauls, manga and book hauls, basically. I don't really collect a bunch of books. I'm mostly collecting manga. I first of all, I'm kind of slowing down on that. I haven't been buying a whole bunch of manga lately, but what I'm gonna start doing is showing you guys what I do have. Basically, they're gonna be like not collectathons because I already have them, but basically books and manga. What's the word? Showcases, that's the word. There you go. Showcases. Books and manga showcases, okay? Okay, first time chatter. Swank the Demon. Yo, I got a question. I just got to make sure I ain't crazy, bro. Go ahead and ask your question, Swank the Demon. Yeah, one question. Make it count. Let's see. Books and manga showcases. So yes, I want to start doing that. I have a bunch of them. So what I want to do is just kind of start showing you what I've been collecting so far. Now, I'm not going to do big hauls anymore. And if I do any hauls, they'll be very limited in terms of, like, you know, how much I buy. So hopefully we can bring that back to the channel. And that's basically the biggest thing I wanted to do. Everything's still going to be the same. I'm still going to start reading again. I need to do that. Ugh. I need to start reading, but I've been writing a lot as well, so I think I could show you a little bit of that in just a second. Let me see. Okay. Make sure I ain't crazy. I was banging my brother about Africa. Basically, brother tried to tell me Africa is the position they're in solely because of the Africans that lived there. And I told him, nigga, hell no. It's not the Africans' fault. It's literally the foreign countries that colonized them fault. You let me know what you think. Then buddy tried to tell me the colonizers didn't enslave Africans on their own land. And I was like, yeah, bro, you don't know your history? That's a very loaded question right now. Here, hold on, buddy. I'm okay with any chatter, bro. Like, trust me, dude. I don't care what anyone says. If you don't say anything stupid, I'm okay with anybody. Like, thank you for not saying anything stupid. That's all I care about. That's literally all I ask. Like, just don't annoy me. Like, I updated my channel, my stream channel shit for a reason. Like, hold on, let me see monitor capture, guys. Like, look, I updated my channel, my stream channel rules and everything, bro. Chat rules, look. Rule number one is don't fucking annoy me. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, if you can do that, that's all I ask. Like, just at the very least, don't annoy me. And that's thank you. Thank you, you know? Okay, guys. Thank you. All right, that was a good discussion we had. There's nothing even crazy about it, man. All right. Okay then. Now, where are we? Okay, you guys. So we were talking about books and manga showcases. I want to definitely do that. I have a bunch of manga now. And I'm so loaded up on manga that I high-key need to stop buying so much. Like, I'm limiting myself to like one manga per like paycheck or like month. And like, yeah, just very limiting myself to how much manga I'm buying now. Because it's just, it's a lot. If I can show you my camera, it's a lot. But it's not too bad. Because I'm saving money now. And I have been saving money. And I'm on the up and up, okay? So that's good. This year is going to be a saving and investing year, in case you weren't aware of that. We're saving and investing money this year. So we are going to start doing stuff. I mentioned it in the past, but hopefully we are still on track to moving houses. And hopefully I'll be getting a new room to create this content with, you know? It will be great. It won't be as cluttered, it won't be as noisy or interruption, you know, it'll be great, you know. So hopefully we get that new room and we'll have a new space to do all types of content. I really want to do a lot of different stuff. I want to start editing TikToks, I want to start creating TikToks, I want to start doing skits, I want to start doing manga reviews like we just discussed. I want to start reading manga live on Twitch and TikTok for you guys. I want to start doing a lot, so hopefully you can do all of that, okay? So yes, like I said, in terms of books and manga reviews, that's basically it. Like, I'm gonna read books to you guys. I'm gonna do that as well, manga reviews. I'll do them live. I'll do them on camera. I'll do it all. Okay. So I'll do all that. I'm realizing how much I love this song. I haven't played Smash in a while. We're gonna play Smash like crazy, guys. Live manga reviews, all of it. Okay. Figurine reviews. I got a bunch of figurines behind me, as you can see. Yes, but I'm also gonna do figurine reviews. I have a bunch, but you know, I wanted to show them as well. I've been posting them on TikTok a lot. I've been posting a lot of my collections on TikTok. Been getting a lot of love on TikTok lately, so make sure you guys check out the TikTok official Ichiribaku15 on TikTok. I've been getting love on that lately a lot because I've been posting a lot on TikTok. My New Year's resolution this year was, once I got a haircut, was to start posting on TikTok. All right, so I'm just like I am posting on TikTok. I'm being mad unabashedly unashamed, bro. Like, I'm like talking shit. I'm saying what I feel like it, like everything, bro. So if anyone comes in my comments saying shit, I just fucking I spit acid back, bro. Like, straight up, because like literally like I just said just now with Swank the Demon, like, as long as you don't annoy me, I'm cool, bro. So like, when people say some shit or comment on some shit to me, I'm like, I have time. I have plenty of time, dude. I have, like, my job and my life career right now gives me so much fucking time. I have time to post TikToks, make TikToks, create, edit. I can do so much shit, bro. I'm in a really good position right now. So I'm really happy and blessed right now that I can do all this stuff, okay? So we're gonna continue doing that. We're gonna continue moving, we're gonna continue thriving, and gonna continue doing so much different shit, okay? So when it comes to books, that's basically it. I mean, this section's kind of whatever. After this is music reviews and reactions. This is definitely true. I definitely still want to do this. Buy a second pair of headphones and Bluetooth into my PC. These headphones are Bluetooth Krakens, I'm pretty sure. These are amazing. I fucking love these. If you guys remember, my last headphones were like dying and breaking the fuck apart and shit, dude. I had to get these. These are like, maybe, I forget. I don't think they're that expensive. I forget, but these are great. They are super duper wireless. They last a long time, and I can like walk around my entire house and almost outside with them and still hear my computer. My old headphones couldn't do that. They could barely go outside, and they were obviously breaking a lot. But these are great, and I love them, and I want to take very good care of them. So these are great. I want to still do music reviews and stuff like that. I'll figure out when I want to do that, really. Probably when I get my own room, I'll do that for sure. And then when I get a second pair of headphones and Bluetooth them, I'll really, that's when you know we'll do that, because then I'll have a second person here with their own pair of headphones doing that, right? So that'll happen eventually, okay? I think I'm gonna start kind of doing music showcases. I can do that because I have a ton of vinyls. I have vinyl showcases. I can do vinyl showcases, and album reviews. I can review the albums I have, because I mean, high key, I mean, this is the same amount of music that I have been for a long time now, so I need to kind of change things up a bit. So I want to do that. So I'm gonna start doing that. Yeah, that's basically it. In terms of books, I'm going to definitely continue to do all these. I guess I typed all these out last year because I said I was going to read these for sure. So I'm going to read these, and then I'm definitely going to do manga and stuff. I could show off the manga now, but I don't really want to do that. Just know that I have an entire list of manga on my phone typed up to let me know what I have at home in alphabetical order, okay? If you don't believe me, this is what it looks like. Let me go full screen for you guys. I have a catalog of manga on my cell phone that just has, you know, a bunch of stuff. It looks backwards to you guys, but it just has a bunch of stuff, alphabetical order, and you can scroll. You can scroll. You can scroll, and I plan on either reading or reviewing all of this, either on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube Live, and all of this, so you guys can see what kind of manga we really get into. Because look, I'll read anything. You do see what's here? I'll read it live. I don't give a fuck what it really contains or what it is. I'll read it, okay? So, like, that's how you guys know, like, oh, he's serious. He's not just, like, talking out of his ass about, like, oh, yeah, he's just gonna read some One Piece. Like, no, he'll read fucking MILF Party, Volume 1, 2, and 3, you feel me? So, that's what I plan on doing. Okay? So, that's that in that department, okay? So, that's what we plan on doing. And then, like I said, in terms of album reviews, we're gonna do the same thing with music. And yes, it's gonna be great, okay? I think now those are two very small, simple sections that are very clear that I want to do that. So I think the next thing we can do is move on to the very next thing, which is our writing portion of the stream, which is our writing showcase, in which I tell you guys the update of the web novel I'm working on and how we are doing in that department. This is basically the big showcase part of the stream. Okay. So, for those of you that are new and don't know, the web novel I'm writing is called World Guardian. Is book 1 out of a projected 5-book series. It is a action adventure comedy fantasy novel that's heavily inspired by shonen anime / manga, i.e., imagine One Piece, Fairy Tail, Hunter x Hunter, Ascendant Scientific Railgun, Madoka Magica, Mushoku Tensei, and shit like that, okay? So it's a fantasy novel. I've been thinking about it for a long time, since I was in the 4th or 5th grade with a couple friends, that we thought this idea together back when anime was popping on Toonami, back when we were kids and stuff. We thought we could make our own anime and stuff, and I'm the one that kind of kept the idea in my brain up till now, and I decided I wanted to make it a story, basically, okay? So, this book, it's like I said, it's called World Guardian, as you can see right here. I can kind of tell you the footnotes if you're not reading it already. I kind of gave you the spiel just now, but basically, because I don't want to read this whole thing over and over and over again every year, this is basically not my life's work, but it's basically the book that I'm working on right now for my whole kind of project for life, I guess. This is the book that we're working on. This is one of many projects I plan on doing, and this is the biggest one I'm doing right now, currently. Like, this is my first time doing something like this. This is why it's a big deal for me in the channel, okay? So basically, like I said, World Guardian is a action adventure fantasy novel with comedy, romance, action, obviously, and all that shit, okay? So, I can show you a couple things before we get into the meat and potatoes of this whole thing. The real big thing. This story is inspired by, like I said, a bunch of different animes, but the biggest real inspiration is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. That game, for some reason, really affected me in a way that really taught me story structure, plot, and character development. Just a lot of different things. It taught me just how a story is supposed to go, basically. And I wanted to make that my own, basically. So, World Guardian is heavily inspired by Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. That's it's no secret at all. The first book takes place in the forest. And then after that, each book takes place in a different kind of area around the continent that the saga takes place in. This entire story takes place on a giant planet. This is much bigger than Earth. I want to say as large as like I don't know, like Jupiter or huge like that. But imagine this being about the size of the One Piece planet, and it has multiple moons like the One Piece planet as well. Okay, so it's that size. Okay, and so this planet is a living planet, which means that it's all of its environment and features are like part of its like natural like biocycle, right? So it's water. It's ocean water is like it's blood, right? Is lifeline. It's way of being clean. It's air and oxygen is the way it breathes, right? Like if the air is dirty, then it's breathing dirty air. The water's polluted, is absorbing dirty water. This planet is a living planet. It's a constantly transforming, terraforming planet, right? So this planet has all these different locations and realms around it and shit. Okay, and like I said, it's a fantasy planet too. And the sci-fi elements, magic, science, space, demons, all of it. Okay, so in this world, like once again, it's heavily inspired by One Piece, Fairy Tail, Hunter x Hunter, Mushoku Tensei, Legends of the Ocarina of Time, and so many different other animes. But anime just in general is it basically is an anime plot, right? You have this character called the World Guardian. The World Guardian is basically the chosen one. The chosen one is selected by the holy goddess of this world who created this world to protect this planet from evil influences that would lead it towards its destruction. And the World Guardian is a hero who's been selected by many different eras past to rise up against the challenge to defeat the great evil that comes to try to curse and destroy the planet. Now, the curse comes from the unholy goddess, the dark goddess named Hecate. She is the sister of the holy goddess. Her name is Eternia. She cursed the planet when the planet was created so that every year a threat would come to try to destroy the planet. So the holy goddess has been blessing a chosen one basically every year or however often she needs one to fight against this threat basically since this planet has been created basically. And now, however, after thousands of years is occurring, there was a time and space where like in between 15 and 100 years there wasn't a world guardian and there wasn't a world destroyer. The enemies of the planet are the world destroyers and the world guardians of the protectors of the planet. The world destroyers, there was a time and space between 15 and 100 years where they just stopped spawning basically, and people basically thought the curse was like stopped or lifted or halted or whatever. And also there wasn't a world guardian spawned either. But there was a time and space where the holy goddess fell asleep basically, and then suddenly as the story starts 15 years go by and then the next world guardian is chosen, and then the next world destroyer is rise basically, and the world is reacting to that basically. So now the world guardian is a 15-year-old boy named Baku Kree. He is chosen to basically fight against a fallen angel who plants 3 demonic stones across the continent in the goal to weaken the planet in order to bring upon it the divine grand kingdom, which is like his basically his form of heaven. So we need to stop that from happening, and Baku goes on this big awesome adventure to do that. And each book is a saga of him basically destroying the 3 demon stones, getting strong enough to defeat the holy archangel of light named Lord Uranus, and then finally save the world and save the day basically. So that's basically the plot of my story. It gets way more in depth than just that, but basically that's what I've been working on for like a while now. I can't even say the last year or anything, because I mean, the current project I've been working on has been for a while now, but I've been working on this series for a longer time now. Obviously, since I was a kid, I've been thinking about this kind of thing, but also like in terms of like writing and publishing this story, I started it technically like years and years ago. Let me see. Not years and years ago, but definitely years ago at this point. I want to say almost 7 or 8 years at this point, because I uploaded this book onto Royal Road. It is a fantasy kind of web novel website where anyone can kind of post their books for free and try to get support for it. So yeah, 7 years ago I posted the first chapter of this book, the prequel of this book that I'm working on. It's called Book Zero, and I posted the first book 7 years ago. And it's been 7 years, obviously, since a new chapter. So I want to write this book and basically put it out there so that it can continue, and then so that people can read it, and then hopefully they like it, right? Obviously, I want it to be successful and hope that people like it, right? So yeah, as you can see here, the inspirations and genre, right? I talked about this last year. We typed it out heavily last year, and we can kind of probably work on it some more this year. Let's see, because obviously I've been definitely reawakening some new things, right? So let's see, before we play any Zelda. Here we go. All right, so let's talk about some kind of new things that have been updated with the story, right? First off, let me show you what the hell I'm talking about. So this is all just like kind of like what we wrote on last year. That's also relevant for sure. But what's more relevant is the actual book that we're talking about, which is this. This is World Guardian. This is the rough draft of the book I'm writing. And as you can see, hopefully on your screen, it says 1, as in book 1, Central City and Essentia Forest arc. That is the arc of the book that we're working on right now. And as you can see here, the synopsis is book 1 introduces main characters Baku and Karimi, as well as supporting cast of new allies, explore Central City, meet the main antagonist Uranus, and begins first adventure headed towards Century Forest. That's what I've been working on for the last 7 years. Okay, like quite literally 7 years. Like after I finished that first whatchamacallit, prequel, like I didn't immediately start working on this, but like not until later, not until like I was at a comfortable point in life, and that comfortable point in life didn't start happening until like way later. Okay, so a lot of stuff happened in life for me personally as a YouTuber, content creator, black guy, human being, to stop me from, you know, fully investing into this work and like, you know, only doing this for all my life. Okay, I'm not mad or against it or happy or whatever. That's just life, okay? But this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm trying. That's why I'm talking to you on Twitch with my Nintendo Switch playing in the background, and Mario walking around my screen, and this Mona figurine right here in front of me with her big fat ass out, and this Nami figurine with her big titties out, you know, over here in Washington State. This nice Saturday, or yeah, Saturday evening, Sunday morning, basically, okay? Because look, a great man once said, "Fuck what anyone says in life, just do what you like." Okay? So that's what I'm doing. I'm writing this book so that hopefully people will like it. I'm making these video game videos and this YouTube Let's Play stream so that hopefully people like it. You feel me? So hopefully that's the case, and hopefully we can make that happen. And if you can't see down here, it says 13. How many words? Can you see the word count here? This is how much we have. This is how much we have typed right now in this first book. Okay, we are at 877 pages. 352,900 words, 1.6 million characters, 13,000 paragraphs, and 27,000 lines. That's including text box, footnotes, and endnotes. Okay. Now, the reason why we have that many words is because this is the rough draft. So I still have all the kind of notes and all the kind of training wheels to help me remember the plot of this book. Okay, because this is a big book and it's a long, big franchise too, and it's gonna take me a long, big time to complete. Okay, I want to complete it, but it's gonna take me a long time. Okay. The issue is, or basically what's helping me is that I'm a planner. Okay, I plan out everything. Not only do I plan this out in my head basically every single day of my life since I was a child, I'm typing all this out and I write it all down. Okay, I'm planning this entire story out because I want it to be the most perfect story ever. Once again, it's inspired by One Piece, ladies and gentlemen. So like, high key, like the whole reason why it's like this is because I want it to be as perfect as possible. And yeah, it's gonna be a long read. Okay, it's 352,000 words. Okay, right now, but that's also because there's a lot of fluff and filler in between it. So once I complete it, I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. By the way, it's about 3/4 done. I want to say it's a bit more than 3/4 done, honestly, but because I know what I need to do in terms of writing the story, I just gotta write it down, and I'm at the last kind of plot point of the story before the climax, and then is it the denouement or the whatever it's called, like, you know, the kind of ending conclusion of the story, right? I'm there. Okay, I'm at the last kind of like scene of the story before the climax and then the end. Okay, it's a lot I need to do, but I'm there. Okay, but still, it's that 352,000 words. It's probably gonna end around 400,000 or 500,000 words, high key. But it's not gonna be like that forever because I'm gonna edit it a ton, and I'm gonna take out all the fluff. I'm gonna take out all the fluff. I'm gonna take out all the filler. I'm gonna take out everything. I'm gonna edit it like crazy, and then I'm gonna hire editors, professional editors, to go in and professionally do it all as well. Okay, I want it to be perfect and I want it to be great, and yeah, that's basically it. I could talk more about the plot of this book right now, but I'm not gonna do that. I think instead I will probably call it there in terms of this presentation, high key. Like, what we did was good already, and hopefully I got what I need to do straight, because that's basically it. The only other stuff right now that you and I need to worry about on the channel is I want to make sure that, well, let's see. What did we talk about for the books and stuff? I showed you. We talked about the book. I talked about the plot of the book, basically, or like the synopsis of the book, and I didn't talk about the actual plot of the book, but we talked about what the book, the ingredients of the book, right? I don't think I really go farther into that if I don't need to. It was on the screen for a while. You could have read it, and also I don't think I really need to go harder into it. Not until I really feel like I need to. I think I think it's okay for me to just really talk about what it is, unless you guys know that it's still here and as a thing, the progress report on it. And then when I really decide to start talking about it more, that's when we'll do that. Okay, I don't want to talk about it too much. Okay, but I just want to let you guys know that we're still working on it. Okay, and that we're getting through it. And I showed you guys the inspirations. I showed you guys what it all kind of entails. We could have typed out more, but I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to. We spent a lot of time typing the game stuff, and the big stuff was really us talking about what we want to do for manga and music, right? And then we talked about the writing, and the writing stuff kind of is good, right? Like you guys don't need to know more about it, do you? Unless you want to. How long is this video? 45 minutes long. I think the other video was a bit longer than this. How long was this video? It's about almost 2 hours long. This one's a bit is a bit short comparatively, but also like I could still kind of split the videos in half and halvesies and stuff. I don't really need to go deep into it. But we haven't really listened to Zelda music yet though either. So I guess, you know, I kind of talked about, you know, the inspirations and stuff, and like, you know, what the book actually kind of is. But I guess we didn't talk about really the nitty gritty of what you should expect from the book. So I guess we could do that. So let's just walk through what we had discussed before. So honestly, look. So, okay. We have these books here, okay? Alright, alright, first of all, real quick. Basically, alright, so, like I said, this first saga is planned to be 5 books. This story's gonna be longer than 5 books, but basically, just to let you guys know, I'm planning on writing 5 books, okay? They're all gonna be huge. They're gonna be chonkers, okay? I'm hoping that after I write this first book, it's gonna be easier in the future to write the books. But we shall see when that happens, okay? None of this is relevant right now. So yeah, in terms of the inspirations and genre, like I said, action because it's shown in anime fights, right? We got action scenes. I've been writing fight scenes in this. This is very much full of fight scenes. And when I said One Piece, Fairy Tail, and Hunter x Hunter are inspirations for this book, I really meaned it. Hunter x Hunter is a really big one in that department. It's just this book is gonna have very strategic fights and very thoughtful fights. It's not gonna really be them throwing very big attacks at each other until someone dies. It's gonna be really thoughtful, and I hope that that reads for the writing of the characters and the story. Like I said, it's shonen. It's shonen anime, right? So that means it's gonna have a lot of strong, handsome male characters. All the characters in this game in this story are gonna be cool. I don't know if that's a crazy thing to say. They're gonna be cool characters. They're not gonna be lame. They're not gonna be cringe for the most part. You know. I would like for people to like the characters I create, because they're part of me, basically. So I would really like the characters if people like the characters and related to them, and then wanted to know more about the characters, right? So starting off with good male characters is a good start, right? So we got that, and then we got also a lot of sexy, feminine female characters. This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, but I'm a fan service guy for sure. Women are beautiful. We all love women, right? So obviously, writing women in female characters is a given in these types of stories. And it shouldn't be hard for anyone to do. So I really want to show people what I think I can do when it comes to that, and I'm really excited to be critiqued on this, really, honestly. Because like, I already know that like my idea, honestly, on its own, I feel like bangs, right? So when I put my whole effort into it, and I really try my best, I do all my research and my studying as I can, and I really put my soul into it, and then I give you guys my finished product, and it's really complete and it's done, it's edited to my best ability, and I give somebody to edit it professionally to their best ability and as best as it can be. And people look at it and they read it and they're like, all right, look, male and female characters, right? Like, I want people to be like, look, this you can try your best to pick at it and try to find things to complain about and shit, but I want people to be like, he did his thing. He did his thing when it came to male and female characters. Like, it shouldn't be a hard thing. It really shouldn't be. And I want to prove that it's not a hard thing, basically. That's why I'm highlighting it so hard, because, like, dude, you know how it is. We've seen videos on the internet. We all live on the internet. People talk about male and female characters all the damn time. I'm like, alright, let me take a swing at it, right? Okay? Alright, adventure. Because it's going to be a long-running epic fantasy story, i.e. One Piece. We talked about that before, right? This is going to be a long-running story. I can't tell you how many books exactly it's going to be. Just know that the first saga is going to be 5 books before the day is saved, okay? So, look out for that. That's basically going to be the plot. And like I said, I'm hoping that after I finish the first book, it'll be easier for me to write. The only reason why this first book is taking me a long time to do is because I think I'm trying to figure out the characters, learn more about the world, and what I want to set up in the future. But after I finish this first book and I finish this, is because this is all first draft. This is still first draft. It's not done yet. Like, it's not done yet. I still have to write the climax and the final battle and the end of the book. I didn't type the end yet, right? So once I type the end, I know where I need to go and what I need to fill out and flesh out more and develop more. That's how long I'll know the story will be. Okay, I know how long it will be. I know when it ends. I know the end of the story. I know that. I know where it ends. I don't know how many sagas and books I want that to be, though. You feel me? So that's that. Like I said, One Piece. Okay. Comedy inspired by anime, absurd realism. Everyone can get cooked. Everyone can get cooked. Okay, this is this is anime inspired fantasy show. I love comedy. Okay, I think I'm a pretty funny guy at times too. Yeah, I just love funny moments too. I'm always constantly thinking what funny moments I can do and add to this book. Like, even in my real life, just like while I'm like just thinking about like doing my actual job, like working and stuff, I'll be thinking about like daydreaming about my characters and funny moments, and I'll be thinking about that for the characters, and it'll be hilarious for them. You feel me? So yeah, I like doing that. I love funny moments. I'm always thinking about ways to either make a scene funnier, or, you know, should a scene be funny at all? You feel me? Like that's a very easy thing to mess up, but I'm also like, you know, I know when in the moment to make it funny, right? Okay, fantasy, i.e. swords and magic, right? So yes, this is a fantasy world with swords and magic, but we also have guns and shit too, and technology and all sorts of shit. All right, like I said, we're inspired by Fairy Tail, Hunter x Hunter, Mushoku Tensei, Scientific Railgun. Okay, like if those aren't all different shows, then I don't know what to tell you. But fucking, like, you know, I'm talking about, like, it's a fantasy world with swords and magic, right? Because the main character has a sword, there are characters that use swords, and the characters that use magic too. There's dragons, there's elves, different species of all types of characters and creatures and shit. We got furries, we got anthropomorphic animals and dogs and cats standing up on their legs and shit, right? And there's half human, half ears and stuff, you know, with human furry ears. I think kimono, right? Like, I forget what it's called, but, like, you know, you just got fox people, halflings, half humans, you know, all of it. Dogs, cats, bats, rats, cows, dogs, hogs, frogs, everything. You feel me? So, like, there's a lot of different races in this world. Okay, everything's in there, right? Everything. Half humans, right? Magic villages, magical settings, castles, palaces, kingdoms, cities, towns, villages. You know, like, it's not all fully developed all over the place. Some places are farther ahead than others and stuff. That's how big the world is. Like, some places are so big that they're lost in time and shit. You feel me? And some places are so advanced that, like, we got all the resources we need over here, right? So, but that's how it is and shit. So there's some worlds that are really developed and some that aren't and shit. But yes, all sorts of manners of stuff though. You feel me? Sci-fi elements, i.e. technology and science, laser guns, technology, military tech, big bustling cities, modern medicine, cars, planes, trains, boats, cell phones. Like I said before, all of it's there. And people are gonna be like, oh, wait a minute, how could a fantasy book have science and technology? It just fucking can, okay? Look, one of the also biggest inspirations, I don't know if I wrote it down, but Brave Frontier is I've talked about Brave Frontier plenty of times on this channel. You guys don't know what Brave Frontier is, but Brave Frontier is my shit, okay? That and Tales of Symphonia. I should write that down. But Brave Frontier and Tales of Symphonia are my two biggest like inspirations for a lot of different things, okay? Tales of Symphonia nails that to a fucking T with science and magic technology, right? And then Brave Frontier is that as well. Like Brave Frontier is heavily based on inspired by this. So like if anyone knows what Brave Frontier is, they know like that app game from like 20 years ago. It had gods, aliens, demons, angels, humans, fucking everything, right? And that's basically this. So yeah, you know, there's science and technology, right? Everything. You feel me? Like, there's no reason why it wouldn't exist, okay? And it's just a fantasy world, okay? If anything exists, right? Anything that can exist will exist, right? Slow burn romances, relationship building, the JRPG, non-light now. Okay, hold on. So yeah, slow burn romances. Okay, there are a lot of characters in the romances. I love romance. I'm a sucker for love. I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm all that, right? So yeah, there are characters that are in love with each other in this book. There are romances. It gets sappy sometimes. It gets corny sometimes. There's tension. There's yearning. There's all of it, dude. So I'm just like, look, I want this book to be like the human experience. I want it to be realistic, bro. I want it to be the realistic human experience. So I want the characters to feel realistic, lived, you know, thought through. You feel me? So like, yeah, hopefully that, you know, translates well. Relationship building a JRPG, like that's like that part is like, you know, the main character, he's like a conduit for all the characters. They all kind of like project themselves onto him, and then he like, you know, expunges his like energy back to them, and then they are like, they feel better for it, right? And he's like, look, this is what I do. And all the characters are like, we like the main character. He's a great person when you get to know him and talk to him. And that's what it really is. Like, the main character, he needs to make so many relationships and people. He needs to make so many relationships with people so that when people get to know him and talk to him, like they just be like, oh, he's actually great, so we love him, right? Like, oh, like lovely, you know. So that's what it is. Like, you know, you'll see that in the text in the story. Like, relationship building a JRPG. That's like one of my favorite things. That's one of the things I can't wait to get into Persona about. But one of my other favorite JRPGs, Stella Glow on the 3DS. That was one of the biggest things he had to do. It's also by Atlas, so it's basically freaking whatchamacallit, Persona. But like, you had to spend your weekdays or your weekends rather talking to your teammates, building relationships with them, spending time with them, so that in battle they can get stronger and buffed. And that's kind of what you notice in this book. The characters are always getting stronger, they're always getting buffed, they're always, you know, resting, relaxing, having fun, and spending time with each other, and they're getting stronger for doing it, you feel me? Outside of battle, you know, and so that when they're in battle, they're just like, oh, they're strong. Like, they're getting stronger and stronger, like, as the story goes, so that's the thing, you feel me? So, yes. It's not a light novel, it's not a lit RPG either. It is a progressive fantasy where each character gets stronger or more important over time, so it's clearly not a light novel. As you can see, I showed you guys, it's a big, massive, fucking 300,000 word book, so it's definitely not a light novel. It's not an RPG either because it's not really leaning on numbers that hard. Yeah, it's not really. It doesn't lean on numbers that hard. There are numbers, but not that many. So now the RPG, you're not gonna see my character attack a monster and then you see the number screen roll down, right? Like, that's not happening. So that's not happening. And then, but it is a progression fantasy. That's like my new favorite kind of term. It's a fantasy where the characters progressively get stronger over time, and the stakes get stronger and higher as well. So things get more important over time, dude. It's gonna be so fascinating, dude. Like, I'm already enjoying writing it because I just like, man, this is gonna be so good. Like, just where the characters start to where they get, bro. I'm very excited for that. So hopefully you guys are excited for that as well. Let's see. Sorriest thing. I just love Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is like the best organization of music right here. Like I like Zelda, but like Ocarina of Time is my favorite one. I also love Breath of the Wild. I love all Zelda games, but like Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, Majora's Mask, those are my favorite ones. Okay. Other inspirations. One Piece by Eiichiro Oda. This isn't a given. You guys know how much I love One Piece. One Piece is my absolute favorite anime of all time. It's my number one. It will never be usurped, no matter what. Fairy Tail Remastered Eden Zero by Hiro Mashima. This is also my favorite other shit. I just love Hiro Mashima. He's literally my fucking goat, dude. Like, I love that he just continues to create content no matter what. And I just love that he loves his characters and he loves his ideas and he loves his designs, that he just refuses to change his art style and he always creates the same characters. Like, I love that Urza is in every fucking universe. I love that Jalal is in every universe. I love that there's a version of Natsu or Gray in every universe. I love that there's a version of Lucy or Ellie or Rebecca in every universe. And I love that there's a version of Happy or Plu in every universe. I love that there's only... I know that Griff is only in one universe, but he makes cameos in all the universe. I love Hiro Mashima for that dude. So, fucking... Like, he's my guy. I just love him. I love his art style too, and I love his characters. And yes, the characters, when they fight, they call out their attacks. If they have attacks, like some characters don't do that, obviously. But characters that are warriors and they fight and they attack and shit, they call out their attacks. Because it's cool and awesome when they do that. I don't give a shit what people say. Alright, it's awesome when people do that. It's cool when it happens. It's sick. Alright, it's inspired by anime. Okay, what do you want me to do? Not do that? That doesn't make any sense. Relationships. Yes, the characters have very intertwining relationships. There are characters that have relationships with characters you wouldn't even think of and shit, okay? Like, there are characters that have passed and know each other and stuff that, you know, the readers would be like, they know each other? Or how does he know him? Or what? You know what I'm talking about? So, like, I cannot wait for those revelations to happen because those are my favorite things to do. Yu Yu Hakusho Hunter x Hunter by Yoshihiro Togashi. I just feel like he does a great job at showing character bonds and like characters spending time with each other and like characters relaxing and hanging out and stuff. Obviously, each Oda can do that too, and all the men could do that for sure. But I just love the way Yoshihiro Togashi makes the characters feel realistic. Like I said, Hunter x Hunter on its own is just the most like that. Straight up like changed my whole kind of like brain chemistry when I watched Hunter x Hunter. I watched Hunter x Hunter as an adult and stuff. If I watched that as a kid or a teenager, that probably would have fucking killed me earlier and shit. But like, you know, as an adult, that was like, oh no, nah. I'm glad I watched it as an adult because I probably would have like, I probably would have loved it as a kid, but like as an adult, I appreciate it and stuff. So I'm like, oh no, I was like, nah, like I need to make sure my story is as good as Hunter x Hunter. That's straight up. After watching Hunter x Hunter, I was like, I need to make sure my story is as good as Hunter x Hunter. Straight up. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. I gotta make sure my story is as good as Hunter x Hunter. Because, after watching that, like, I watched Yu Yu Hakusho, and then I watched Hunter x Hunter. I was like, nah. And, like, I loved Yu Yu Hakusho. I loved Yu Yu Hakusho. I was like, yeah, like, that was great. I'm glad I watched that. That was a classic, obviously. I'm glad I watched Yu Yu Hakusho. Then I watched Hunter x Hunter right after that. So I was like, oh my god. There was like no fucking way, dude. So yeah, Hunter x Hunter was peak, and that straight up changed my brain chemistry and how I write all my stories. So this story, straight up, that I'm writing, it was changed because of Hunter x Hunter. Like, One Piece did its thing, definitely to it. When I watched Water 7 and Enies Lobby, that changed me for sure. But when I watched Hunter x Hunter, like when I watched Enies Lobbies in One Piece, I was like, oh, I need to rechange my story. I need to change my story because like now, like I know what the story needs to do, like to be as good as One Piece. Then when I watched Hunter x Hunter, I was like, oh, I need to change like the way the characters fight and stuff. Basically, I need to change like how high and how deep the stakes go sometimes. Like, you feel me? Like, it's not just like, oh, the world will be destroyed anymore. Like, no, sometimes a character will just be kidnapped and sold to sex slavery, you feel me? And sometimes you gotta stop that from happening, you feel me? So, like, I'm like, oh, nice. Like, that sounds fucking awesome. So, yeah, Hunter x Hunter did that shit to me, okay? Is there a magical index and certain scientific railgun? I talk about this shit constantly all the fucking time. Alright, I don't really need to talk about it anymore. This is my show. Alright, this story takes place in a scientific, basically academy city kind of thing too. The city is a big kind of like the city that the main characters live in. It's called Central City. As I stated before during the synopsis, but like the city's called Central City. It's the country of basically 15 kind of not states, but like basically 15 sections of a big country, right? Around like a giant kind of Great Bay. It's a country. Imagine New York, Pittsburgh, and Washington D.C. combined into one around Chesapeake Bay. I traveled there. I did. This story is big on traveling because I traveled a lot for work and shit. So like a lot of my travels are reflected in this show, or in this book rather. So Central City is basically New York, Pittsburgh, and Washington D.C. And I've been to basically Pittsburgh for sure, and then New York as well. No, I've been to D.C. for sure, and Pittsburgh for sure. And I've been to New York a few times. This is not deep in New York for extended time. I'm just always in and out of New York, but not like really. I stayed in Pittsburgh for a decent amount of time, and then I worked in DC for a decent amount of time. So I got those two like experience. You feel me? To an extent. So like it's a big beautiful city with like architecture, big giant towers, skyscrapers, the monuments, the DC monuments, dude. Like, goodness gracious, dude. This is the most beautiful fucking place, dude. And then when the cherry blossoms are blooming, dude, and then everything, bro. Everything about it is just gorgeous. So that's the city that the main characters live in. And it's gonna be a science and technology city, right? And you know, it's gonna be a place where it's capitalism, you know, and businesses and shit, you know. And it's that and shit, and it's a crazy serious place, and fucking that's basically what the like, you know, the baseline of it is. My plan is to develop it farther to be like, all right, so like, look, the politics here is crazy. It's not just like left or right. It's like, look, whoever party has the most power can fucking, you know, decide. You feel me? So like that's what that's gonna be like. It's gonna be like organizations, it's gonna be like cults, it's gonna be, you know, groups, businesses, guilds, mercenaries, everything. It's gonna be a free market society. You feel me? And then outside of that society is the rest of the world. We got giant forests, volcanoes, archipelagos, everything, you know. So that's the world we live in, or that's the world that the characters live in, right? Madoka Magica, man, the fucking tragedy of Madoka Magica, you'll see that here as well. Magi Labyrinth of Magic. I just love Magi Labyrinth of Magic, dude. Mushoku Tensei. I said that was a big one. Mushoku Tensei is a big inspiration. Look, dude, I don't care what anyone says. Mushoku Tensei is fucking peak. That's my show. That's my shit. I don't care what anyone says. Mushoku Tensei is peak. And I'll wear that shit on my sleeve. And, this book wears that on its sleeve. So if you think Mushoku Tensei is weird, you'll think this book is weird. Okay? So, there you go. Konosuba's fucking hilarious. So is Cromartie High, and so is Bleach Season 1. So yeah, this show's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna have funny moments, it's gonna have wackiness, it's gonna be crazy. Okay. Let's see, other shows and cartoons that inspired this. Avatar: Last Airbender, you know, that came out at a time that we really needed it and stuff. It was like a first Western cartoon that had real anime inspiration, basically. That, and it had martial arts. What I like about Avatar: Last Airbender is the martial arts in the lore, basically. I like Avatar: Last Airbender. I don't say it's my favorite show of all time. It's just a really good show, and I really like the lore that they put into it. That's what I really appreciate about it. Invader Zim, absurd, nasty craziness. This show is gonna be crazy. It's gonna get weird sometimes. It's gonna be very weird. It's gonna do shit in sometimes, not all the time, but like it's gonna do things. You feel me? There's a long ass list. This is the Legend of Zelda playlist. So I mean, it could be anything, but I'm just listening to Zelda right now. This is Zelda in general. I have a playlist, but I'm just listening to Zelda because it's easier for me to find the music. What's going on, Viking Hag? I remember you. I'm just doing basically a stream, whatchamacallit, a stream update. I'm kind of talking about a project I'm working on. Inspirations for the project. Wait, this is the Zelda music. I have a I have a longer playlist. Do you want to see a longer playlist? Let's see, how many songs in this one? 103 songs. This is a longer one. Let's see. Multi-Man Melee. Listen to this for a second. I like listening to Zelda music because Zelda's the biggest inspiration for this book, but basically, yes, but basically, the inspiration for this book there's a lot of inspirations for this book. Cromartie High, Bleach, Season 1 is hilarious, so I want the book to be hilarious. Invader Zim's absurdity, right? Invader Zim, it's gonna get weird in some places, and it's gonna be crazy in some places. So the book is gonna have basically all that. And, you know, I'm someone who, I don't go out of my way to find weird, crazy stuff, but I like dabbling in it and like kind of seeing what it's about sometimes, depending on what it is. It has to cater to me, basically. And this book basically caters to me, that's why I'm writing it. So that's what that is. That's why I like Invader Zim, because Invader Zim's funny and caters to me, as well as a lot of other people, but still, that's like the biggest thing. Static Shock, Green Lantern, you know, these are cartoons I watched when I was a kid growing up. So like, you know, it's gonna be heroic, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be action, man. Like, it's gonna be like reading a Saturday morning cartoon. It's gonna be like reading a Saturday morning cartoon, like, really. It's gonna be fun though, but it's gonna be serious though. It's gonna be like you're gonna want to read it seriously, but also be like, this is fun as fuck. Oh, I forgot to put it on repeat. Whatever, sorry. Alright, we'll go with this next. Okay, what else? Let's see. CW Flash, Batman, love Batman. Henry Cavill, Man of Steel. You know, like, the characters are gonna be awesome. So, you know, we imagine, like, we all grew up watching cool stuff. So it'd be a shame if I just didn't try to make this the coolest thing ever as well. So, you know, we got, you know, I watch the Batman trilogy all the time. Man of Steel with Henry Cavill, everything. You know, I super hot, Supergirls, Power Girl, Black Cat, Wonder Woman, freaking Starfire and Raven. Like, we got character designs like that. I have character designs like that. I haven't drawn in a long time, but when I finish this book, I want to start drawing again. So I'm going to start drawing again, and when I do, hopefully my art skills hasn't gotten too rusty. But I want to definitely show art off and be like, look, you got characters like, look, I got magic. I got a magic comic book right here, bro. I got magic from fucking Marvel, not from Marvel Rivals, but I got magic right here, dude. I love magic. All right, like this is like when Marvel Rivals dropped, right? And I was looking at the characters and stuff, and I saw this blonde girl with the big ass sword and shit. I was like, wait a minute, who's that? I had never seen her before, and she looked awesome. And I was like, no, I gotta play as her. So like, because like, look, character designs are sick. So my characters are definitely gonna be like that. All right, Spider-Man, X-Men, Iron Man, like, dude. First of all, Spider-Man is sick, okay? My main character is very much like, you can see it down here, Baku Kree. His personalities are like Spider-Man. He's like Peter Parker, you know. Tom Holland's my personal favorite Spider-Man. But like the main character, he's like he's 15 years old. He's a kid basically, but he's like, look, I'm the hero. I'm the world guardian. I'm the chosen one. Let me fucking handle this and let me figure it out myself. All right. And he's like, you know, look, he can keep things under control as long as things go completely his way. Fucking like he's like. He's funny like Luffy as well. He's funny like Yusuke Urameshi. He's brave. He's courageous. He's a bit of a talkbacker. He can talk back. You know, so like, you know, when you have characters like that in this world, all these characters like fucking Batman characters and shit like that, it's like, okay, like you have this the main character definitely a spark of light in this world that is definitely ruined by, you know, the World Guardian, the World Destroyers, like I mentioned before in the synopsis portion. Like, this world is still like fucked up and stuff. Like, the world is like, you know, futuristic and magically advanced and stuff, but it's still a fucked up world. So the main character, he's a good person. Like, he's a good person. Has a positive outlook on most things, and he wants to try his best to help. So him in the middle of all this craziness is fucking gonna be intense and shit for sure. So that's my favorite thing. Let's see what else we got. Psylocke, Ass, and Mara Rivals. Like I said, we got female characters up the wazoo in this book. Like, that's not even gonna be something that I've got beat around the bush about, man. Like, when this becomes like a physical thing you can read and carry and look at and shit, people are like, alright, so how hot are the waifus? And I'm like, look at the waifus, bro. Look at the waifus, because like, I don't give a fuck. Like, this has waifus, bro. We got waifus, okay? Every character in Marvel Rivals are hot, so like, you know, every character in Marvel Rivals are hot. All the characters in my books are hot. So, all right, Smash Bros. All right, so yes, my biggest inspiration for games and stuff, like me and my brothers, we grew up playing Smash Bros. We grew up playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Everything you see me play on the channel, basically, like this, what we grew up playing. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, right? Like the games we played, like heavily inspire me. Also, I want to write down Anarchy Reigns. Fucking like. If I didn't already do that, I don't think I did. Dude, Anarchy Reigns. I didn't write down Anarchy Reigns. That's crazy. Anarchy Reigns. Like, there are games that we discovered as kids that no one else knows about and shit. That fucking that straight up like we needed that shit. We needed that shit. Fucking like the games we fucking played, man. we need a lot of these games. So, like I said, Smash Bros, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. These characters fight. Okay, these characters fight. They're doing attacks. They're doing special attacks. They're doing hyper combos and shit, dude. They're fighting, bro. Like supersonic fighting, bro. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Like, where's that, bro? Let me put that down real quick. Now, they're not Dragon Ball Z fighting, really. They're not flying fighting. Not for the most part. Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi 3. They're not flying around fighting heavily for the most part. Not all characters can do that, but like still, like we grew up fighting games, like even just Budokai 3, like just in general. You feel me? Like the games we played, bro. They inspired like this book and shit. So fucking like straight up, like we're there, man. Captain Commando, Ruby Heart, Sansan, all the characters I played, I've been inspired by a lot of different characters for sure. So like the fact that, you know, basically this book can have potentially any character that I want in it is gonna be awesome, because like it's gonna be crazy. Like I said, the first book takes place in the forest, and then every book after that takes place in a different location. So, like, I'm just gonna be thinking of characters. You feel me? I'm just gonna be thinking of characters, especially if you put in a video game like Smash Bros. Or Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and shit. You feel me? So yeah, man. Yeah, Disney movies I love growing up: Aladdin, Hercules, Treasure Planet, Atlantis, Road to El Dorado, Incredibles, Toy Story 2, Alice in Wonderland, Tarzan, Mulan, Adventure Time, Chronicle, Anarchy Reigns. You know, like a lot of different books and cartoons inspired growing up and stuff. What do I want to write? I want to write Generator Rex, because I remember that. Generator Rex, Ben 10. Like, I didn't get into Ben 10 until after he grew up. in Ben 10 Alien Force. Because when he was a kid, I thought he was annoying. But then after he grew up, I thought he was cool. Or at least I liked him more. Generator X, Ben 10. Those cartoons, man. I have a hard time thinking about it sometimes, but like just even the funny ones and shit, you feel me? Camp Lazlo, Chowder, like Jesus Christ, Chowder, dude. Bro, my freaking my Instagram page, my Instagram Explore page, just be having Chowder clips. Camp Lazlo, Chowder, Flapjack. Family Guy, you feel me? Like just funny ass cartoons. American Dad, like I mean, I'm talking like hilarious cartoons. Like I'm talking like I watch so many cartoons that influence me and shit. My humor comes from these shows. Gmod Idiot Box, like I'm sorry, dude. Let me write that down. Gmod Idiot Box. The stupid shit that happens in this book is because of like the shit I watched like growing up and shit. It's gonna be hilarious. I think it's gonna be funny. It sounds crazy, like writing it all down, but it's gonna be true. It's gonna be funny. So I can't wait. It's gonna be great, and I hope you guys enjoy it and shit. You know, like there's a lot of inspirations to this book, and I hope you guys like it. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, as like I said, I told you guys that before. The whole series, honestly, like I just love Zelda. I love the plot structuring of Zelda, but Ocarina of Time specifically is my favorite one. Dragon Quest is a big one for me. I love Final Fantasy, but I also love Dragon Quest. I love Dragon Quest way more. That's the bigger one. I love that Dragon Quest is funny and wacky. Final Fantasy takes itself a bit more seriously. It's funny sometimes, but a bit more serious than Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is funny as fuck all the time. And that's what this is. Like it takes itself seriously when it needs to, but it can be fucking hilarious when it needs to be. Stellar Glow on the 3DS. This is the big one. This is the big one. Okay. Straight up, I needed to play that game as a young adult. I really did. Tales of Symphonia. Played this game a trillion times as a kid. Probably gonna play it more. This is a big one. Tales of Symphonia is a huge one. I want to play more Tales games, especially like Tales of Berseria. I want to play Tales of Berseria too. I want to play that one. You know, I play Arise. You know, I play Arise, high key. I haven't played Arise yet, so I don't write it down. But I have played a bit of Berseria. I played that with my brother. I love that one. Violet's cool as fuck. And then I love my mage girl, who's literally follows you around for 20 hours before she decides to actually join your party. I love her. She was the hottest fucking character. And yeah, you know. But seriously though, it's shit like that in this game, because like there are characters in this story that like are very powerful and are fully more than able to help the main character succeed in the story, but they will refuse to join their party until like way the fuck later in the story. It's like there are characters that exceed way higher than the main character in the story. So like just wait until you see who inhabits this world, bro, because like I feel like, you know, aside from just the main character, who's awesome, he's great on his own. The side characters, that's the big one, man. Side characters, bro. If your side characters suck, your story sucks. And that's why I don't fuck with Naruto. Why don't you think Naruto's on this fucking list? I mentioned Bleach once, and I glazed One Piece. Why don't you think Naruto's on this fucking list? There's a reason Naruto's not on this fucking list. Alright. My favorite books growing up, Great Expectations and The Tale of Death Row. This is funny. The Great Expectations, I actually had this book, I think. Yeah, I do. I have The Great Expectations. I love this book. I read this book in like high school. I loved it. It stuck with me in high school. So this is a heavy inspiration. I love Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. The Tale of Death Row I read in like middle school or like elementary school. This is good. I just liked it a lot, and I remember it to this day, obviously. Chronicles of Narnia, obviously. Bridge to Terabithia, classic. Lord of the Rings, legendary. Star Wars, episodes 1 through 6, and Rogue One. I love Star Wars, and like I said, this game is gonna have science technology. Like I said, Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. How do you combine the two? It doesn't really make sense, but we're doing that, right? Clone Wars animated series, yes. The Odyssey, Greek mythology, Japanese mythology, and Earthbound. So, like, yes, there's Greek gods. I mean, not Greek gods, but there's gods in this game, or there's gods in this book. There's all types of gods and mythologies in this world. all types of outer entities and stuff in this world. Earthbound, obviously, like there's all types of shit. So this is a very like, it's a bizarre world, dude. It's gonna feel so familiar but so strange at the same time. That's the balance I'm trying to do. Like, cause like it's a familiar world that I want you to be able to feel like you live in, but it's gonna be so bizarre and be like, how is this fucking possible in some cases and shit, you feel me? So yeah, and that's that basically. I can talk more about the characters and stuff, but I don't think I need to do that. If anything, all I need to do is really tell you guys that I hope you guys join me for this next adventure. I'm very excited to continue to provide content for you guys. I hope you guys join me for when I do that. And basically, yeah, I'm a little hungry, so I'm gonna go eat dinner now. My phone is dying, so I'm gonna go do that as well. And yeah, probably gonna either work on some writing. I thought I was gonna do some gaming tonight, but I'll probably do some gaming next week for sure. And yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys take it easy. I hope you guys have a great year if I don't see you. You know, life gets ahead of us sometimes. I can't judge anyone who can't always be there. But I hope you guys always do good. I hope you guys get what you need, and I hope you guys get what you're looking for, alright? So with that being said, take it easy. Drink plenty of water, tell someone you love them. I'll see you guys later. Get plenty of rest, tell someone you love them. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Please make sure you guys leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. I really appreciate what you guys do. I'll see you guys in the next video. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Goodbye.